Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. Okay, hear me out. Last week was rough here on the channel. We did not have a great week of drafts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the CABS theory of drafting according to the limited resources. Limited resources has a theory called CABS, which means cards that affect the board state. This set has a lot of cards that go left, go right, card draw, all this kind of stuff. They don't affect the board. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to be disciplined and take cards that only affect the board state. That means creatures and creature removal. And that's pretty much it. Okay? Because that goes a long way in just kind of resetting the idea here. Resetting drafting, especially when things aren't going well. Now, Draconic Destiny kind of is against that theory a little bit. It enchants creatures, it affects the board state, it gives things flying, it doesn't just kind of spin your own wheels. Static Net is also very, very good. Draconic Destiny is, in my opinion, it's a bomb. So I'm going to take it here because of how good I think it is. Now, with Draconic Destiny, let's see. If we're drafting under the CABS theory here, we have Dwarven Forge Chanter, we have Mishra's Juggernaut. Destiny with Forge Chanter is pretty good. It's a 2-3 curve. Bitter Reunion does not affect the board state. It's not a card I'll be taking today. Prison Sentence does. This is a good one. Power Stone Fracture does. Urza's Rebuff does not. See what I'm kind of going through here? So I'm just going to be taking creatures. I'm going to be taking creature removal. And I'm just going to kind of reset, get back to the basics, and see if that can kind of refresh the channel here and get some good drafts under our belt. Because it's been a while. I think the highest upside here is Prison Sentence. I know that the Dwarven Forge Chanter is good with Draconic Destiny, and Mishra's Juggernaut's fine too. But, I mean, a red-white deck with this isn't too bad either. So I'm going to take this, and this affects the board state because it removes a creature from their side. So what do we have now? We have Take Flight, which is kind of cute, but isn't really a creature or removal. And this is a way to lose a game, because if they kill your creature out from under you, you're going to really just lose that game. So I'm not going to take this today, even though it is arguably a pretty good card. There's Growth for the Throat, which I think is probably going to be my pick over something like Blast Runner or Airlift Chaplain. Black-White's a fine deck. Red-Black's a fine deck. So I'm going to take this as a good removal spell, because it removes something from their side of the board. So we'll go ahead and do that. Giant Cindermaw is just great rate. It's a great creature for great rate. I think I'm probably just going to take here over, I mean, Thraxidemon, Conscripted Infantry. You know, it's a good card. We'll take Giant Cindermaw. It also goes with our best color here in Draconic Destiny. All right, now there's an Argothian Opportunist, and there's also an Airlift Chaplain. I haven't really liked this card, but I don't know. Maybe it's better than I think. Also, there's Zephyr Sentinel. There's some good cards. This is by far and away the best card here. Green-Red is also a fine beatdown archetype. I mean, we're getting rid of these two cards if we go Green-Red, which is not great. But there's also a Blast Runner, but I don't think that today's draft is going to be much of a Blast Runner draft, because that we'll have to do a bunch of whole shenanigans with sacrificing and things that don't affect the board state. And I'm getting back to affecting the board state. I'm going to try this out and see how it goes for today. So I'm going to take the Opportunist and kind of hedge my bets down different routes here to see which one kind of works out for us. Now there's a Prison Sentence number 2, which is pretty good. It's also a Steel Seeker. But if we go green-red, Steel Seeker probably isn't great. Although, you know, it's good with, like, Power Stone Makers. But Prison Sentence is a really good removal spell. So I'm going to go ahead and take that here. And now we see Recommission. But, however, this card is stuck in your hand if you have no creatures mana. Sorry. That was bad. No creatures mana value 3 or less in your graveyard. So I'm not going to take this because it has a chance to do Stone Cold nothing. And I want my cards to do Stone Cold something. There's a land here, which is good. Warlord's Elite I haven't liked. Shoot Down has been fine. Whirling Strike is cute, and it doesn't really affect the board state that much. I think I'm going to take I think I'm just going to take the land here in case we go green. And now there is 0 red cards, which is not good for us. Alloy Animist is too slow. Giant Growth could be good in this, but it's not a creature or removal, so I'm hesitant to want to take it here. There's also a Koilos Rock, but gosh, then we go all 5 colors in our first 8 picks, which is not good. Carrion Locust is a flyer? Flying has been very good. I guess I'll take that. I mean, this is kind of going strangely. I think Blitz Automaton is a decent little 3-drop / 7-drop in red here. So we'll go ahead and take the Blitz Automaton this time. This one's pretty easy. Dwarven Forge Chanter wheeled anyway, along with the Mishra's Juggernaut. So I'm going to take this as a 2-drop. And again, because of how good it is with Destiny. I would love to play a Juggernaut in this deck, but I'm going to take the Forge Chanter here. Then we see Gnarl Root Pallbearer, which might be playable. Curate's the kind of card I'm going to try to avoid today. Same with Lauren's Escape. Depth Charge Colossus is not good. Trenchstalker has been fine, but I don't know how much card draw we're really going to have in this deck today. I'll take this, but I don't really think I'm going to play many of those cards here. All right, Shoot Down, Hoarding Recluse. I think I'm going to take the Shoot Down over the Hoarding Recluse in case we go like red-green. Mishra's Onslaught. This does affect the board with 2 1/1s, but it's not really a card I think I'm going to prioritize here. Burrowing Razormaw is a creature. So, yeah. Alright. Mechanized Warfare is basically 3 mana to give all your red and artifact creatures +1/+0, and it's just not very good. Pyrrhic Blast throws something at your opponent's face. Philology Vanguard is really good in red-white, and we do have 2 Prison Sentences. Pendragon Strongbull's probably not good in a deck like this. Overwhelming Remorse is good. This card is very good, and I've yet to have a chance to play with it. There's also the Overwhelming Remorse here. I mean, we're probably most likely red, and I want to be red-based creatures. With the double Prison Sentence, the Philology Vanguard looks pretty good. I think I wouldn't vault you for taking the Overwhelming Remorse here, but I got to change something up with my drafting style, right? Otherwise, here you go. Here's a good one that affects the board state. Either kills them or a creature they control. I got to change something up because what I've been doing wasn't quite working. So I'm going to change something up here. I'm going to go with Excavation Explosion. Maybe look to go to red-white with Prison Sentence. Third Path Iconoclast is really good. So let's go ahead and take the Explosion here. Pretty easy Explosion for me. Now there's Lauren. There's Ambush Paratrooper. There's an Opportunist. There's an Evolving Wilds. The Opportunist is the best card in this pack, followed by either Paratrooper or Evolving Wilds. I'm going to take the Paratrooper here. It's a good little aggressive creature. I think I want to go red-white, most likely with this deck right now, which probably means that green and black are most likely going to the sideboard here. Okay, so if we're thinking red-white, I think it's probably Mishra's Juggernaut. There is an Unleashed Shell. I probably wouldn't mind playing a copy of this. But everything else here, I mean, this is not good. This is the exact opposite of what I want to be doing today. This is a little bit too clunky, and this has the potential to not have any targets. So I'm going to take the Juggernaut. And now there is, what does this do? No. There's an Airlift Chaplain as a Disenchant. Although Disenchant has gotten worse as the format has gotten faster. A 3-mana 2/2 flyer could just be good. I think the first copy of Disenchant is fine, though. I think I'll take that over the Airlift Chaplain. Now we see a Forge Chanter, a Goblin Blast Runner, which isn't great in this deck, so I think I'll just take the 2-drop and Forge Chanter. There's a Confrontation and a Shoot Down here as well, but let's go ahead and take the Forge Chanter. Scrapwork Mutt's a great pickup. It's got Unearth, Ashnod's Altar, cute. Yeah, Scrapwork Mutt is exactly what we're looking for here. None of this is going to make our deck. Basically, it's a 2-mana 2/1 if we really need one, I guess, but I don't really want that. There's another Juggernaut. I guess I would probably play two. I mean, this card is a beating. Another Mine Worker. We don't have access to this Unearth, and this one is just not really great. It's like defensive or something. Take the Mine Worker. Look to hopefully not play it. The only card we could play here is Spectrum Sentinel, and I'm probably not going to play that either, so... I know this is a little bit different than the drafts I usually take. I usually say which cards, you know, some other style of cards are good, and take some card draw, take some things like that. But again, I'm just getting back to basics today. I got to change up what I'm doing because clearly what I was doing before wasn't working. So we're going to try to get back on the winning streak here with a nice little red-white beatdown deck. Definitely need probably more 2-drops. This would be a deck where the 2-mana 2/1 dies into a Power Stone would be pretty good. Probably looking for some more removal. Well, we've got 2 Prison Sentences, so maybe not necessarily. I'll take Recommission, but I don't think I'll play it. I mean, Chain Dancer is it's a creature that does something, I guess. It's really, really good with Draconic Destiny. So I'll take that here. Up to 10 creatures out of 15 cards, which means there's a few that aren't. Basically, everything that isn't a creature is a removal spell, which is where I wanted to be today. So, all right, Lauren of the Third Path. 3-mana 2/1 Vigilance. ETBs destroys an artifact. I could tap it to have each of us draw a card. There's also a static net here. I think static net is better than Lauren. If the format was more about big fat artifact creatures, this would probably be better. But this can deal with just like a random 4-mana 4/4 and still give us value. So I'm going to take the static net there over the Lauren. Because the kind of artifacts in this format that Lauren would hit are like... Second static net. All right. Are like, you know, what are the good artifacts that people are playing nowadays? Just... not any of the prototype creatures, that's for sure. Like Rust Goliath? No one's playing Rust Goliath. Power Stone Engineer on the wheel would be great, but we're taking static net number 2. Okay, now there's another Chanter. There's a Military Discipline, but this is a combat trick, and I don't know how many of those I want necessarily. I mean, yeah, I'm just going to take the 2-drop. We said we wanted 2 drops. I'm going to take the 2-drop. We have... orange. Okay, we have 7 non-creatures to go with our 2 Forge Chanters already. 3 Forge Chanters. That's not bad. So we'll take the 2-drop. And now we have another Juggernaut, but I doubt I'm playing 3 of these. I don't think I want Sardian Cliff Stomper, so probably just a 2-mana 2/2 Vigilance. Good with Destiny. The more 2-drops we have, the better Destiny becomes. So I'm just going to take the 2-drop here. The Pentagon Strongbow is better in most decks, but I don't think our deck. All right, let's take another removal spell in Unleash Shell. It's also a nice little aggressive one. Deals 2 damage to the opponent as well. We have a couple options if we need, like, desperately need more 2-drops here. We can go Mine Worker or something, but I doubt that's what we're going to want to be doing. Would I play 2 Disenchants? I think the answer to that is no. Lots of Cliff Stompers. We could have been mono red potentially. Whirling Strike and Chain Dancer. Chain Dancer's not very good. I'm going to take a copy of Whirling Strike. I'm going to try to not run it because it's a combat trick. It isn't a creature. It doesn't remove other creatures. Has the ability to be 2 for 1. So I'm just going to take cards that get our opponent dead while affecting the board. Prison Sentence number 3 seems pretty good. We got all the removal in the world, I guess. Only 12 creatures, but those 12 creatures can do work if our opponent's creatures are all dead. These are all cards I'm not going to play. Same thing here. I'll go with the Opportunist. Pick number 9. Yeah, red-green was probably open. I mean, we got 3 prison sentences and 2 static nets, though, so that's why I decided to go down the red-white route. But red-green was probably also open. See, Ruskalai the Wheeling all the way around here. Falaji Chain Dancer, we could probably play that. I don't think we need Tomical Scrapsmith. 4 artifacts, no. Take the Chain Dancer here. Bitter Reunion, probably won't play it. So we need 2 more cards, potentially 3. I guess another Chain Dancer is not the end of the world, and maybe a Mine Worker if we have to. Put us at 14 creatures, I think. See if anything wheels here. I don't think I need Raise to the Ground with as much removal as I have. What's our 2-drops look like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's decent. 7 2-drops and 1 3-drop. So we're going to be playing 2-drops, removing our opponent's 3-drops, playing a couple 4-drops, and then removing everything and killing them is our plan. I think this is probably just the deck right here. I mean, what else do we have? A Whirling Strike, a Mishra's Onslaught, a Recommission, another Mine Worker. But, like, what are we cutting for those? Like a Chain Dancer for a cheaper creature? I think the Chain Dancer is, like, fine with Draconic Destiny, to be honest. Is it worth going 16 lands here? I mean, we have 5-drops, but everything else is very cheap. I think I do want to go 16, and then we can... Wait, why do I only have 38 now? Did I cut? Oh, I cut. I see. I cut one of the Mine Workers. Okay, so now we need basic, probably just another Mine Worker. Like, it's not great, but it's another 2-drop. The more 2-drops we have with Draconic Destiny, the better. With our 3 Forged Chanters, we currently have 9 triggers for it, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I think I run it back like this and just kind of try to get them dead, you know? Play creatures, hit them in the face, remove their creatures, and do our thing. Try to get some wins on the board here, right? Yeah, we'll keep... Probably gonna play Vanguard on 2. Black, white. This can't block. Could block this with this, but I think we're going to be aggressive here. So I'm going to just play this and attack them. Because if we play the Vanguard next turn, we give this +2/+0, hit them for 3 in the air. Yeah, this is the kind of card that's going to be a little bit too slow in this matchup, which is why I decided to go with the deck that I did. They played 2 things that can't block. So, time to die. Scrapwork Rager, okay. I mean, this has first strike, so... Sure. Draconic Destiny, you say? How about Mishra's Juggernaut? We'll give it here, because this is effectively unblockable. And then they'll probably just trade with the Vanguard, take 5, go to 7, and then probably just die next turn. Especially with Destiny here. That's fine. That's fine. And then we do that, give it +2/+0, pump this one, and win. Alright, they did things that didn't affect the board, and we did. And we won. Maybe that's the key in the format. Okay, well, bad opening hands could be something that dethrones us today. So I don't think we can keep this one, like, at all. So we'll go ahead and send it back, keep 6 here, and I hesitate to want to get rid of a Chain Dancer, but if we put a land back, knowing me, and I'm never going to draw the third one, so... And now that I put that back, I'm going to immediately draw lands 4 and 5. So, you know, that's the Schrodinger's land problem that we have here on the channel. Alright, all good draws here into Cindermaw. They're just spinning their wheels over there. Perimeter Patrol. Well, yeah, that's a good one. I could Prison Sentence, or I could just play my own creature here. And I'm just going to play my own creature. Not going to trade because of all the removal I have. Okay, could have played that before. That's one we need to get rid of. We unfortunately can't gain the 2 life, but we don't really have this in our deck for the life gain, so that's okay. Hopefully no disenchant here, but although we do have Prison Sentence as backup, so... Argothian Opportunist. Yep. Alright, so we could play Prison Sentence and hit them for 6 again, or we could just play both of our creatures. We could attack here, but then they would trade, although they would take 2. I think I'm willing to trade this one off. These are the kind of decisions that I question. These are like the really, really tough decisions in Magic. Like, do you trade here? I mean, with the removal that we have, we're not technically winning this race. But I trade there so I could play Prison Sentence on their next play, get double Prowess triggers, hit them for 6 more, hit them down to 6, and then next turn have another Prison Sentence. I mean, that seems pretty good to me, especially if they attack here. I don't think our life total is that low. Well, now theirs is higher, so... I mean, we could trade this off for just one of these. Whichever one they choose here. Because we're getting rid of that. Okay. think I'm going to start by getting rid of this thing, getting the double trigger, attacking them down back to 12. Huh. I mean, we could draw the Juggernaut, but then, like, we have to draw land after that? No, we don't, because we have the Power Stone. Okay, so that's pretty good. Mine Worker, we could do better than you. Okay, back down to 12. Still have another removal spell in hand. I really don't want to see the 6 mana, or 7 mana 6/5 gain 6 life. I mean, Fauna Shaman. Well, there it is, but they used it for 3. Do I want them to have access to Fauna Shaman? Not really, but it's very, very mana inefficient this turn. Let's see if they use it. This is the stupid. So they've gained 7 life this game. Life gain is good against aggro. I mean, there are a lot. Oh my god. Alright, well, we're going to lose to green-white rares. Opportunist, Steel Seraph, Boulder Branch Golem, Fauna Shaman, Baloth. I mean, they have a busted deck here. And if we prison sentence that, they still get the trigger from it. Oh, it's so bad. I could just give this thing lifelink over and over again. That was a good draw, but we can't even cast it. So I don't think we can win this one now that they played Steel Seraph. The card's too good. Sometimes you just lose to rares. Okay, well, let's do this. Getting rid of Power Stone Engineer to find Skyfish or Spider that they can't... Well, they can because of the Power Stone. Yeah, I see how everything's happening here. Your deck is absolutely busted, is what it is. Spider is the best uncommon in the entire set. Steel Seraph, Fauna Shaman, Obstinate Baloth, like, we can't win. We can't even attack here because we're just going to die to that. Well, I mean, we can, but like... Okay, go ahead and eat it. I guess I should have attacked first. That way they may not have blocked with their Crusher. That was a bit of a mistake, but I mean, I don't think it really matters. They're going to attack with this thing now, and it's going to be an 8/6, and we have to chump basically all of these. And if this dies, they gain 5 more life, which would be a total of 13 life gained over the course of the game here. All right. Yeah, sometimes you just lose. All right, we go first again with a horrible hand that I'm probably going to have to mulligan, but gosh, I hate mulliganing so much. We saw what happened last game, so let's keep this one and then hate our life. So far this draft, as we're trying to reset and get things back under control, we've got a pretty good win with the deck that's trying to do it itself, and then a loss that literally no one in the entire world could have won. If you put LSV in my seat, I genuinely believe he could not have won that last game. So, look, I mean, sometimes you lose, and you just gotta hope it doesn't happen more than 2 times in a draft. This is definitely a suspect keep here. But we have several 2-drops. We've got Scrapwork Mutt if we need to pitch something if we don't find lands, and I mean, so yeah. Kind of a nombo with the Cinderball and the double static net, but it's okay. Okay, well at least we can play Cindermaw on 3 and Excavation Explosion on 4 if we don't draw white. Looks like they'll explode our Cindermaw, and then we have to draw white here. Alright, not bad. Got all 3 colors, must be nice. Double removal spells, but boy do we need creatures. Okay. Don't care too much about that at this moment. I'm gonna cast this only because it gets us a Scry 2, and we need to Scry into creatures pretty badly. I mean, even that's not good enough. So... Yep. This is not scrying into creatures. We've played this game with 2 creatures and 1 got removed. These Power Stones are going to be nice with this. I mean, next turn we can hit them for 3 plus 7, 8, 9, 10. We can hit them for 10. No, that's all you're doing. That's fine. I mean, we have literally nothing else to do. So... Or we just win here, I guess, right? Did I do the math wrong? I mean, hit them for 14? Okay. We got lucky. We won that game with 2 creatures and they killed one of them. So that's just pretty lucky on our mind. I mean, we drew 8 lands in 15 cards with an aggro deck and a 16 land deck. I mean, yeah. Okay. Alright, we got another sketchy opening hand here, but we'll keep it because of Scrapwork Mutt. That's basically the only reason I'm keeping this here. Alright, good. Yeah, I don't think they want to use Bauble right now. They probably have combos with that. Okay, Forge Chanter or Scrapwork Mutt. I could probably use this this rummage a little bit later, so I'll play this. Next turn I could potentially Prison Sentence depending on what they play. And then we'll see what's up. Maybe they're on a red deck? Okay. Okay. That's fine, I think. And I guess now I'll do this, and I'll probably just get rid of one of these Chain Dancers. I mean, I don't have to. Yeah, you know what? I don't think I'm going to. If we draw a land, it's good, because we could cast any of these. If we don't draw a land, it's probably good, because we can cast these and then scry into a land. It's a perfect Prison Sentence target. How do they cast that? Oh, Energy Refractor. Okay, so now we can either Prison Sentence or we can Chain Dancer here. They could potentially draw a card, but that's okay. I think I'm just going to Chain Dancer, get another creature down. I know this will get counters and stuff, but I don't really care too much about that considering we have 3 different ways to remove it in hand. So that's fine. Okay, they found their blue. Down goes Chain Dancer. See, I was wondering if they were going to see Draconic Destiny on top. I was like, I didn't say it, but I was thinking, like, what if they see that? Well, I can't even cast it, so it doesn't matter. That seems horrible, but okay. I'm gonna, well, again, I could just do this. Play creatures. Aw, they have a counterspell. What do they have? Oh, it could just be this. I mean, I don't think our life is the one that we care about too much. So if this thing pokes us for 3 or 4 more, I mean, that's probably fine. Again, we have 3 removal spells here, so. And if we draw a land, we'll probably Prison Sentence and give this double strike. Could also Destiny. The problem is, now that they know about this, this is really, really slow. Now that they know about this, they can hold up removal in response to us trying to target something with it, which is the worst case scenario for this card. So that kind of sucks. Alright, well I guess we'll be most mana efficient here and use Static Net. Well, I could have gotten rid of the Key to the City with that, but like, this is just so slow. They're gonna die before this matters. I know they get to draw cards and spend mana and stuff, but like, I want to kill them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and attack, and I mean, I guess I could have possibly seen that one coming, but I want to be mana efficient. Okay. Can still play Mine Worker here. So this is kind of like a looting thing for them. Discard a card, draw a card for 4 mana, I guess. Don't need that. Juggernaut's not bad. We can actually play that. Oh my god. I hate this card so much. We have to get rid of it right now. I mean, these are all good cards. So I'm gonna keep them. We can't cast Destiny for like the next little while, I guess. Could get rid of the Juggernaut here with the Scrapwork Mutt. Dig us closer to being able to cast the Destiny. This can also have, what's it called? Has on Earth. So it's not a bad pitch target here. Put them to 8. Have 2 more removal spells, 3 in hand, but I'd like to use Explosion to go face more than likely here. Don't know what that was. Okay, so do I use Sentence or do I use Static Net? I think I can use Sentence because it gets me more scry. Oh, don't tell me we're like glitching out and timing out here. Okay, we were timing out, but I think we're good now. We managed to get back in. We used 1 timeout, but we're fine. Yeah, those are not what we need. They can rummage again if they want. Getting rid of Whirling Strike, yep. Third Path Iconoclast. Hopefully no non-creature spell in hand now. Come on! We've gotten 7... We only have 1 more planes left in the deck. If you don't count the bottom 3 cards here. We can cast Mishra's Juggernaut here. Or we can unearth it, I mean. And then hit them for 4, 5, 6. That's technically lethal. Well, no, because they could just block this one. They could also have an answer here. They don't have blue mana anymore. Well, they kind of do because of Energy Refractor. This seems pretty good. Let's just do this. They have to block the Mind Worker and go to 1 here, and then next turn they're dead. Okay, it's fine. Who needs Draconic Destiny? Got a bunch of big creatures. Too bad this goes to your face. Sweet. Alright. They had a really good collection of cards over there that we managed to beat with all of our removal, so that's nice. So hopefully we don't glitch anymore. We didn't get anything there, so who knows what's up. Alright, I love going second with aggro decks, he says sarcastically. This one's fine though. We have Mind Worker, we have Disenchant, we have double Prison Sentence once we draw more lands. Well, that works out nicely. I don't think that's something I want to Prison Sentence or Disenchant, though, so I'm just going to do this. Pass the turn, gain a life on their turn, I guess. Red-white versus red-white. Yeah, I mean, just derpy creatures. Gosh, we could use any one of these, but like none of these are great. I guess I could prison sentence like their Power Stone Engineer or something. Or their Mishra. Opens up attacks here, I guess. Lets us scry. We still have 2 more removal spells. Yeah, these are good cards again. So I'll keep them. Okay, trade it off, I guess. I guess the presence of Draconic Destiny means we probably might not have traded that off. Although I'm going to put the Destiny on the Chanter. Okay. Oh, how on earth did they just cast that? Oh. Okay. Well, that taxes every card in our hand. So, I'd like to get rid of it. Problem is, we're on the back foot here, and Draconic Destiny is not great when you're on the back foot. See, I mean... This thing has a reach. Does this have reach? It does, but that reach doesn't matter as much because its power is so low. So I'm gonna be mana efficient here. Get rid of the Rock Hunter. Oh my god, what? Whenever a player casts an instant source that targets only a single golem, that player copies that spell for each other golem that could target. So we can use Unleash Shell to get rid of all 3 of these. Right? This is a golem, right? Yeah. So that means we also deal 6 damage to their face? Jeez. Okay. Well, that worked out nicely for us, I guess, didn't it? I mean, that card is really good, but that worked out. So if they have nothing... Well, yeah. Leaving that back to block, I guess. If they have nothing, I was going to say we win. Because we give this... But now that they have all this mana up, I don't want to go Destiny. So... I'm just going to go Juggernaut here. And they still have priority. Because if I played... I had the win there, but they would have blocked. So, not technically. And that's why I didn't want to go Destiny there. Three double strike, draw a card. Well, you don't have reach anymore, so... Go one more, just for good measure. Alright, Draconic Destiny for the win. It has won 2 games for us in a row. Maybe not in a row, but 2 out of these games, it's definitely been the winner for us. Sweet, let's keep going. Okay, at least we're on the play this time. We do have creatures we can cast, so we're gonna keep this. And then probably Vanguard into Mine Worker, get the trigger on the Vanguard. Bitter Reunion, that's fine. I'll smack you in the face for 3. Next turn, play Vanguard, give one of these +2/+0. So that gives Mine Worker attacks here now. So we could just trade it off, or they'll bounce it, take 4. That's fine as well. That's a really good one. Whenever it attacks, make a 1/1. That is some chump block fodder if I've ever seen it. And we can't cast that yet. Okay, they're just going to chump and loot. Take 6 down to 7. Yeah, you won't have time for that. Now, if they attack, I mean, that means this can't be back to block, but I don't know how much they care about that. Let's see what their play is here on 5 mana plus a Power Stone. Okay, they will attack. They'll make the soldier. Gonna get rid of the Vanguard? Yep. Mountain off the top isn't bad. Oh, they have double removal spell, man. That's brutal. Okay, well, I guess so. We're kind of priced into doing what we're going to do here. Could trade the Mine Worker for that, but, I mean, they're just going to keep churning out 1/1s. Weakstone Subjugation is so good against aggro. Just 1 mana to kill one of my creatures. Okay. Still have 4 mana up, which I don't like. Okay, that was when I thought they might have. I could prison sentence their Skystrike officer, which doesn't push as much damage, but it stops them pumping out 1/1s every turn. I think that's probably what I have to do here. Over their Drafna. I mean, Mountain is good, and Forge Chanter's a creature, so I'm going to keep them. I know we trade Mineworker for a 1/1, but I need to get that thing off the board as well. Oh, they have to return the creature to a hand? That would be frustrating if they do. Machine over matter, or whatever it's called. So they're dead next turn if they just do nothing. Double red. I don't think they have anything here, so I could just play Juggernaut. What does this do? I can just draw cards, basically. So we play this, it goes up to a 3, pump it with the last 2, it goes up to 5. Double red, instant speed. I can't think of anything. Alright, let's see, do we have it? Sweet! Let's go! Draconic Destiny. MVP. Alright, let's keep trucking along here. Okay, we're on the draw this time, but we got both colors of mana. Got a 2-drop, so we'll keep this pretty easily. No more planes, rest of the game. Just need one more mountain, can cast Unleash Shell, and we're good. Probably just going to trade this off. It says Ward 2, so it's hard to target. So if they attack here, I'm probably just trading. Found their swamp. And the boots is not great for all this removal. Okay. What's the equip here? 1? Yeah, so they just tax on 1 to any creature they have. We can get rid of the boots with Static Net, but... Oh god, that card is so good. But I think I'm just going to Explosion it. I know they get to gain a life if they want to exile it. They probably don't want to exile it, though. Gain 2 life. Because they can't. Because of Cindermaw. And in black-green, you'll probably also have ways to recur that. Which is not good news for us. Or they'll just have 2. And we'll just draw all of the lands. I think we've drawn nothing but lands this game. No, we drew Cindermaw. Okay, so do we want to Unleash Shell on that, or do we want to Static Net that? Again, mana efficiency says Unleash Shell. Recursion says Static Net, but I'm just gonna be mana efficient here and Unleash Shell. Hit them down to 10. We need creatures, or Draconic Destiny would do as well. Not against all these dang reaching spiders, though. Okay. Put the boots on it, yep. Alright, Destiny off the top. All these removal spells are just not great against Swiftfoot boots. We can net the boots. That doesn't seem great though either. We can trade here, make them take 3. But then we don't have any creature to back it up. I think we have to net the boots, because that... We have so many removal spells on our deck that these boots just, like, completely negate everything we have going for us. I'm not going to trade because I have removal spell in hand. Even though they're going to play another creature here. Or just kill our Cindermaw. Holy moly. Thank God I did that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We only have 6 lands on our last 23. And now we can't get through. I guess, again, Draconic Destiny is a really good top deck here, so... In fact, it's probably lethal. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. Does anyone else deal with this, or is this just me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. So, there's 20 cards and 4 lands. That's what we have. 20 cards and 4 lands. I mean, I'm gonna do this and pump because I have no other thing to do, basically. Alright, now we have to chump. Does trample? Alright, Destiny off the top. That's not Destiny off the top. Man, this was such a bad draw this game. Again, this is our second loss this draft, but I mean, I legitimately don't think anyone could have played this any better. There was a couple of things in the middle of there that maybe could have gone better, like deciding to prison sentence that might not have been incorrect. We could have prison sentenced that, but then this would have dealt more damage to us, so there's really not much we could have done in that game. If there was something, let me know. Maybe that's where my faults are, in knowing that there was something else I could have done in that game, but we've lost 2 games to, I think, just completely horrible draws that we couldn't have done anything about. So, yeah, let's try to get this trophy. Alright, we're on the draw here with a fine enough hand. I don't really like having 2 5-drops and only 3 lands. Well, but you know, knowing us, we'll have plenty of lands by the time we need to cast these Juggernauts. 16 in the deck? No problem. Okay, so they have something that can target this. Could be Machine over Matter, could be a combat trick. If they're blue-white, what are they doing? Yeah, see, I told you. We'll just draw literal nothing but lands off the top of the deck. Go ahead. It's cool lands, though. Okay. That's probably okay. Not that we're putting any pressure on them. I mean, again, all I want is lands. Just give me more of them, please. I'll draw 3 off the top. Please, please. I love it. I just love it. Now that this is already on the battlefield, just playing a Mishra's Juggernaut is probably fine. I mean, this already got its value of drawing a card, so we don't really need to prison sentence it if we have the Juggernaut right now. Now we do. I really, really hope this isn't the protection trick. Okay, good. I think another prison sentence is probably fine. I'm not going to cast this for its 3 mana version, because next turn I could just cast it for 7, because again, I love lands, so we have plenty of them. It looks like they have Addition Chant trying to target the prison sentence. That wouldn't be good. Oh, I see. Okay. That's relatively okay. Now what do we do? I don't think I want to cast the Blitz Automaton for 7 and just trade it with the Warlord's Elite. But if I play Prison Sentence on this, that's very bad mana efficiency. I could just trade the Juggernaut for that and then play another Juggernaut. Okay. They get to return their Serpent. Must be nice. I think I have to let this happen. They still have priority though, so they do have the hexproof and indestructible trick, I guess. +1/+0 and first strike. So even if I pump this, it doesn't matter. So okay, yeah, you get it. So my guess is they're going to play this and draw a couple cards next turn. If we draw a land, we can go Juggernaut and Prison Sentence next turn, which means Blitz Automaton will be the play this turn. Or we could just play Juggernaut and then potentially like unearth another one or something. I'm not exactly sure. This is a tough call here. This is one of those decisions that are very difficult here. So I know this has haste, so we could surprise them, but it's our whole turn to surprise them. And there's not going to be a ton of surprising with 2 creatures on the board here. So I think I'm actually just... I think I'm going to do this for mana efficiency again, because look, I love lands. I know there's one right here, which means we can play Juggernaut and Prison Sentence like this thing when it comes back down. Oh my god. It's so bad for us. Oh my goodness. And they have Sigil of Valor. Oh no. I don't need you anymore. Sigil of Valor plus mass production's a heck of a combo there. I have to trade this for a 6/4? 7 mana for a quarter of your card. Yeah, this is going to be tough to get through. Especially considering they have a way to draw like 3 more cards here coming at some point. Well, I guess just 1. Although it requires infinite chumps. Alright, well, yeah, I mean, we lost to some good decks, but this is by far and away the best draft that I've had in several weeks, and then they just put it over there and attack us for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that should be lethal. So it's the best draft I've had in a couple weeks, and this format is just so brutal. It's just so incredibly brutal. I mean, there's some weird cards that just let you win out of nowhere, like the ones that we had. If I didn't have that card in my deck, I'm not sure how many games I would have won in this draft. But you know what? 5-3. I mean, if I could go 5-3 every time, that'd be great. So we got up to 5-3 with a relatively straightforward deck, and I think that's something to be proud of. So take what you will away from this video. I think it was relatively important to watch. So sweet. Thanks so much for tuning in to the end of this video, and I will see you next time for your daily draft.